63 degrees in here, set on 39, so that's most likely they cut in. The green status light means it should have the solenoid energized. Refrigerant lines come in that side. I don't like that. I'm testing if that's magnetically charged, which indicates the coil is working. That's going to need brushed after we figure out what's wrong. I hear the condenser fan running. I do not hear a compressor running. That's about right. Can't read anything on the data plate. This contactor looks like it's arced quite a bit. Obviously we know it's getting power across it or the condenser fan would not be running. It is. It is. Typical suspect would be start relay or start capacitor. We should get 108 to 130 microfarads. We're getting sporadic readings with that bleed resistor on it. So I'm going to take the bleed resistor out. So we are getting 108, 109. It's the bottom of its range. And put it back in here. Let's test this one. This one should be a 25. Yeah, we're getting nothing. Nothing from there. Now we should have continuity from here to here. Alright, so this wire is powering this cap, then it's jumping over, powering this cap. This lead here is coming off going to our start relay, terminal number 1, which is going to be normally closed to number 2. Which goes to the run cap, which goes to the start terminal on the compressor. So this will always be in the circuit while it's running. Once it starts, the amperage from the compressor is going to separate these, basically disconnect this inside of here. So this start capacitor can no longer feed with the run capacitor. So it only uses it to start and then it breaks the connection internally. Number 5 terminal on these start relays will always be the opposite leg of what's actually feeding power to the capacitors. So this capacitor is fed power here, which comes off here. Number 5 is coming off the other side there. So let's see if we have a 25 run capacitor. So I do have a 25 cap. It is beat up, rolling around without a box forever. I swear it's new, even if it doesn't look new. Somebody had a big zip tie going around them. It's pretty brittle, even though it wasn't in the sun. It might be like the plastic filament on 3D printers. Once it absorbs so much moisture, it becomes brittle. Of course, this part's not brittle. We'll wrap a zip tie around it here. Alright, so I brought a new contactor up. This is a 208 220 volt coil. As what this is, one leg of power is just jumpered over to one side of the coil. The other side goes through all the controls before it comes back. So we're just going to go ahead and pull it over here out of the way while we mount our new one. Anytime you change one of these, it's never a bad idea to take a picture of what you have and maybe even take a picture from a few different angles, because there's nothing worse than getting done wiring it up and then you see this, you're like, oh, where did that one come from? Obviously this one's short, so it had to come from there, but you get the idea. It really helps when all the wires are not black, or if you can actually see the numbers, read the numbers on the tape. No need to get in a hurry, just take off one wire at a time. Make sure it goes on the same spot of the new one. Hey look, there's a red wire. The rest are black, besides the lonely blue wire right here. This contactor at 230 volts, rated for 40 amps. The old one was rated for 20 amps. So no harm in having a little beefier contactor. Should stop some of that blackening from happening so quick. All right, let's restore power, see how she behaves. Yeah, she didn't want to start there either. She may still be out on the overload. I'm going to take the top off here. All of our power connections are back here on the back side. Alright, well first, let's make sure we're not grounded out here anywhere. Shouldn't be, it's not kicking the breaker. It's not. Well, all those windings are closed. Alright, so now I want to check continuity from here over to here, which we do have continuity across that wire. Number 2 to our compressor. So we'll check it over here too. That one is good. And then number 1. Alright, so all of our wires are good. The compressor is not open. So now I'm going to test the amp draw to this compressor. Alright, so let's see if we have any amp draw here. 31, and then it kicks out, so she's not wanting to spin. We'll see if we're getting any amp draw across this start wire up here. I think now we are open on the windings. Well, that just seems low to me, but 34.2 lock rotor amps. I'm going to pull this wire for a moment here so it doesn't pull in on its own. Stick my disconnect in here and it won't just pull in immediately. So I want to test that again. We're still out on overload now. I may have just heard it click. 31 amps. Are we getting any off this start relay? Well, 31 and locked rotor's 34. I've got an old hard start here. This one is used. Alright, so let's see how that one will perform. Even with the hard start boost, she won't. She's gonna have to have a compressor. Since everything is all foobarred anyway, I'm going to swap this run and start for shits and giggles. We're gonna swap it for a moment. If I'm right, it should make it try to run backwards. Put our disconnect back in. See our amps. No bueno. Alright, so we're gonna get us a new compressor. We'll get new start components. We've already put in a new contactor. No doubt we'll be back before long to change this out.